Since we last looked at ChatGPT and its ability to create G-code for CNC machining, it has since evolved. So we'll have a look at these new features and capabilities in the new ChatGPT and see how much better it is at creating G-code. The version of ChatGPT used in my original video was ChatGPT 3.5, and the current version is labeled as ChatGPT 4. According to OpenAI, GPT-4 is 10 times more advanced than its predecessor. We're also able to upload images to this new version. Now this is the game changer. The problem with the original GPT 3.5 was trying to relay the information about the part we were trying to create to the AI. With GPT-4, we're able to upload an image of our blueprint or parts, and GPT-4 is able to look at that print, interpret it, and create code based on it. The last improvement, we're able to let the AI know the type of response we're expecting to get. In this new interface, we can input instructions and even expected syntax that ChatGPT will follow for its answers. Now let's have a look at how this all works. In this example, you can see I am using ChatGPT 4. And to get started, I'm going to attach an image of the part we're going to make. A quick little text instruction about the print that I've uploaded, and we'll see the result here that ChatGPT does. As it gets going with its reply, it's first going to give us a little bit of information about the program it's about to create. So it's assuming the following items. 1, we're using a CNC milling machine. The origin is the bottom left corner, which you can see on our print. More than likely we wanted the top left. It's also picked up the fact we have a 1/4 inch hole. It sees that we are using 6061 aluminum, and the speeds and feeds it generates will be based off of default values. As it gets into its code writing, we can see that the program is not quite optimal. However, it has picked up the correct location of the 4 holes and gotten fairly close with its G-code program. You can see some notes here at the bottom of the screen mentioning some precautions about this code. Basically, make sure it's correct before you run it. And let's actually copy this code, throw it over into Simco, and have a look at what it does. So I've copied and pasted the program into Simco. CMCOEdit is basically a program that's able to backplot and simulate raw G-code. And we'll play through this. And we can see that, in fact, the drill does come down and drill 4 holes. Let's see if we can make this code a little bit better. And this is where these custom instructions will come into play. So in this first box, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? So I've let it know that I'm uploading pictures that are prints of parts to be machined. G-code is needed to produce these parts in a Haas vertical mill. Down in the bottom section here, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? I've given it a bit of information here. I'm saying CAN cycles are modal. There's no need to cancel a CAN cycle if the same cycle is to be used in a new position. I'm also letting it know if a drawing is in inches to program in inches. And then I gave it a sample snippet of a G-code program that I'm looking for. So in here, there's some syntax about how a program should look, as far as what a drill call looks like, what a CAN cycle looks like, what a tool change looks like, coolant codes. And we'll go ahead and save this. I'm going to start a new chat, and I'm going to do the exact same instructions on the exact same part. As GPT goes through creating the code here, notice it does specify this is for a Haas vertical mill. And the G-code here as well, notice the CAN cycle is coming out correct. We've got the good hole locations. And overall, it's got the right formatting of a G-code program that you would expect. Let's again copy this code, put it over into Simco, and verify this result. And we'll see, in fact, yes, we're getting the exact same thing happening again. We're getting 4 holes drilled with the correct G-code program. So the next step we should be taking here is something a little more difficult. And this time I'm giving it a print that's got a bolt circle in it. So it needs to derive values based on some calculations. And we'll see how it makes out here. Now, as this code gets going, right away we're noticing that it keeps on calling up G81 cycles. So as you'll often see, GPT kind of forgets things mid-process. Even though it was creating CAN cycles correctly before, it's now recalling them when it doesn't need to. Again, we can do some back and forth with those prompts and try to manipulate the code to more what we're after. But the bigger challenge here was the holes themselves. Did it get the holes in the correct location? Back over to CMCOEdit, I've pasted that code in, and we'll play through here and have a look at the result. And we'll get a better idea here when we look at it from the top, and we can see that this is not looking very bolt circle-y. So something is definitely off with these hole locations. Let's go back into ChatGPT and try and get just the hole locations from it so we can do some further checking. So when I asked ChatGPT for the whole locations here, it's going to give me an entire math lesson on trigonometry. Really not interested in digging too much into that, but we're going to have to come back at this a little bit later and have a peek. So what I'm most interested in here is just the XY locations for these 10 holes. So I'm just going to copy these out of the response. And I'm going to merge those into Mashcam, which contains a file that is the correct geometry for this part. Then I'm just going to run a quick little add-in here that turns points into arcs, as the text points that I brought in will come in as points. And now I can switch them over quickly into arcs, and we can have a look at the difference. So the red holes are the correct locations, and the black holes is the whole locations ChatGPT has created. So obviously we've got a little bit of an issue. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but let's look at how ChatGPT got this wrong. So the black, again, is the incorrect 2.118, and the correct is the red 2.0878. And we'll look at the trig that ChatGPT thought it was supposed to do to get the correct location. Now we're looking at hole number 2 here, and it does say that it is sine 36, which is the correct trig function, and it's adding 1.5 to that because the center of the bolt circle is offset by 1.5 in x. So if we do this in our calculator, 36 sine, which is 0.587 plus 1.5 equals 2.08778, rounded up. It's the correct answer we saw on the print. Why did ChatGPT get it wrong? It's got the formula correct. It just seems it's done an order of operations incorrectly, which has resulted in the incorrect answer. So as smart as AI can be, it can also get some very simple things incorrect. So let's not completely give up on AI just yet. Let's maybe go back a little bit in complexity of dimensions and go a step forward in complexity in the features we're trying to machine. So I'm going to give it this print here that's got those same 4 holes, but this time it's got an added pocket into it. And let's see if GPT is able to not only spot and drill the holes, but also machine this pocket. As this code creation begins, you can see we're getting a spot drill output first. It's going 0.1 deep, which is a good call for spotting. It's then doing the drill, which is going 1/2 inch through the part. Again, that's ideal. And then we're getting the end mill coming out in tool number 3 here. And it looks like all G01s. I didn't see any G03s in there, but let's have a look at the resulting code. Back over in Simco again, and let's play through. Here goes our spot drill. Looks good. The drill is going through the part. Next up is the end mill, and it did do a conventional cut. I guess we didn't specify climb versus conventional. And it looks to have just done the profile. And this profile honestly looks to be a little big. It looks like the center of the cutter is coming out on the actual profile of the pockets. Regardless, though, if we were just to tell it to use some cutter comp, this could work. But all in all, for just giving ChatGPT a print, it's able to come up with a program that spots, drills, and almost machines a pocket in the correct location. So considering how far this has come just in 6 months' time, I hope software companies out there are paying attention, especially those CAD CAM softwares out there, because this stuff is not going away and it's going to change a lot of things quite a bit. So if you're still watching this video, I'm assuming you've got quite the interest in AI as far as its relationship with manufacturing. So question for you all out there, are you using AI at all in your day-to-day work? Are you finding anything in ChatGPT useful? Is there anything else you'd like to see me cover with ChatGPT and it being used in manufacturing? And finally, to help us out with the YouTube AI, if you can click the subscribe or like button, that will tell the YouTube AI to push our video out to more users and help spread this information about ChatGPT in manufacturing.